She'll drive if she has to. Good morning and welcome to another 10-minute late live stream. So I was getting ready to leave this morning, and then it was announced that I was driving Jeannie to the airport, given the conditions of the roads. So my apologies for being late this morning. Somebody pointed out yesterday that I have not been putting the live stream on YouTube or from YouTube on Facebook, and I thought we were beyond that, ladies. But I guess it's not that big of a deal. I can still post it. Let's see here. Find the live stream here. So just before walking in this morning, I got a call from Jeannie basically saying that all the flights have been canceled. And so she's going to scramble and try to get out on a single flight that is here. But it's just, I think today is another one of those days where, there's weather over 2/3 of the country and flights aren't coming in, flights aren't getting out. So, so fingers crossed for Jeannie. She's like, what would you do? And I was like, I'd call the kids, have them pick me up, load my stuff up, and drive. But it sounds like there might be one American flight that's already on the ground in Vegas that is still planning on leaving. Jeannie's not good at dealing with this stuff. Normally she's like, what do I do? But actually, that's exactly what she did. But I was like, I don't know, check American, and then if not, drive. She's going to Vegas. And my assumption is she'd deal with snow through maybe Tonopah, although probably less snowy than us. And then from like Goldfield on, she'd be probably fine. So anyways, she's got a little bit of an adventure travel day ahead of her, which is a bummer. But I'm sure she will be no worse for the wear. Yeah, she'd deal with like bands of snow through Tonopah, and then I think she'd be fine. But yeah, a little bit of weather here and there, but I think she'd be all up. So yeah, I got about 6 inches of snow at my house, probably 2.5 of which were from this morning. And I haven't looked at the updated warnings, but I think they were talking about I think they were literally talking about like we could pick up like a foot down here. I kind of was preparing my kids for a foot. Kids had no school this morning. My guess is it'll be a very slow day here, which is a good thing. We have a lot of catching up to do. Jeannie all morning as I was racing around preparing the house for her departure was talking the whole time about stuff I was supposed to talk to you guys about, much of which I've already forgotten. So the hoop sale is up. Couple things about the hoop sale. Hoop sale is through Sunday. If it's up through Monday, that's okay. But I've got to order hoops and I think she was very apparent in the hoop sale as far as announcing that, yeah, Shannon, I think this is a crazy storm. Like I watched something last night. It's like 2/3 of the country is having a pretty significant storm right now. So she's meeting two girlfriends, one from Colorado and one from New York. And the friend from New York was already having problems getting out of New York due to weather there. And so Jeannie and I were watching all morning. I think her flight was going to be delayed 15 minutes. And as I was saying, like right as I was getting ready to leave, it was decided that Jeannie was close enough to departing that she was like, I can make it. Let's go. Like you can drive me to the airport or let the kids sleep in a little bit. And I was like, all right, let's go. Down to the wire, as it always is with Jeannie and packing. I was like, check your flight, 15 minutes delayed. She walked into the airport as they were canceling all flights between this morning and 9 p.m. So they have her booked on a 9 p.m. flight tonight. I haven't looked at the warnings to see what's going on, but I don't even think they're bringing flights in. And I think that's the challenge. It's not a matter of getting out. It's a matter of getting in. And so, if she can get on this American flight, then they're good. But we'll see. We'll see. The biggest challenge is she's the one on the reservation at the hotel, and like, so her friends can't even check in without Jeannie being there. Like we called to be like, can we add them? And they basically were like, no, we booked something through like an American Express Platinum thing. And they're like, you have to be here. So we will see. So regarding the hoop sale, Jeannie's like, what happens if people order on Monday or Tuesday? And so essentially what I said is if we haven't ordered, they don't get it. So the hoop sale is through Sunday night. And people have called and said, what about this hoop? What about that hoop? What hoop do you like? The reality is, ladies, these hoops are priced so low. Like when I gave Jeannie these prices in December, she was like, really? We're selling these at this price? We just happen to have a deal. And so let's talk a little bit about what that deal means. So at a conversation with my rep from Brother yesterday, they are unloading trucks that have been there since July. So, and I had a conversation, like one of my vacuum reps was here a couple of weeks ago, and something that happened to us last December was one of our distributors essentially gave us these staged predictions. We're supposed to get this in January. We're supposed to get this in March. We're supposed to get this in June. We're supposed to get this, in September. We ordered literally like $150,000 worth of stuff the first week of December, and then got almost all of that stuff before the turn of the year. Like it all showed up. And so I was having a conversation, we'll call it a spirited one, with that distributor saying, you guys made me mad. And it wasn't just me, it was like every retailer, because you told us that you wouldn't ship this stuff until later. You essentially forced us to preload. Like if we didn't order it, we weren't going to get it. And then you put it on our doorstep approximately 4 weeks later. And what he said was, like, given the circumstances at the ports and everything else, like we have no idea when stuff's arriving. We have no idea what's happening. And one of our logistics partners moved from trucking to rail. So all this stuff that was held up in the ports ended up on a train and showed up on our doorstep, and we put it right on yours. So on the Brother scenario, something similar happened, but Brother didn't have the ability to unload the trucks. So some of this stuff literally has been sitting at the Brother headquarters in Tennessee since like July or August. And so he's like, you know, we're catching up. Stuff is going out faster. I made an order like a week and a half ago, and the majority of that product shipped within 3 days, which is significantly better than it's been since the turn of the year. But regarding hoops, all these hoops are sitting on trucks being unloaded. They're moving as fast as they can. We have some of them. We don't have most of them. There are people that have been waiting for hoops since we originally announced the sale in December. Hoops are fulfilled in the order that they were ordered. So don't worry. You're ordering more hoops. Most of these hoops, I've overages ordered already, meaning if I needed 45 hoops, I've ordered 58. I think the actual number was like in just 2 or 3 categories, I owed 48 hoops. I have like something like 58 already ordered. I am ordering more on Monday. And so that's why we're saying sale ends Sunday. It may be up until Monday, depending upon how Jeannie's travel plans work out. But the reality is the sale ends Monday. I need to be able to sit down. I need to be able to tally, and I need to get my order in before midnight on Monday in order to get the hoops at these prices. You folks have been amazingly patient when it comes to hoops. We totally appreciate that. There are 10 needle hoops in the special sale. But there are only a couple of them. I think there's the 8x8 and the 8x14. If you don't see them there, Alice, send us an email and I'll make sure I get them for you. I have those on order. In fact, multi-needle hoops, like I have a bunch of them. So those might be something that are fulfilled earlier than later. So just regarding the hoops, please continue to be patient. They're coming. Folks have called and said, what hoops do I get? Get all of them. I mean, most of these hoops are at near or over 50% off, like lowest price we've ever had on the hoops. They basically gave us a flash sale. And it's funny because I think what's happening is people aren't buying hoops from Brother anymore. And Brother's bought all these hoops and they're not buying hoops from Brother because they're not showing up on time. So they're giving a sale. Well, we're going to take advantage of that. We're going to pass it on to you ladies. We just need, and I'm guessing several weeks to fill. Like I'd say 3 to 5 weeks. So, if there, and it's on the site, Cindy. So take a look at the site. The price of the 5x7, I think, is something like, I think it's like $89 or something. I don't know. You got to look at the sale. So and you bring up something interesting. For those of you with the Stellaire, fill the holes in your hoops. So if you have the Stellaire XE1, you get a 5x7 and a 9.5x14. You need a 6x6, a 6x10, an 8x8, and an 8x12. If I was actually to put those in order of how you should get them, it would probably be 8x12, 6x10, 8x8, 6x6. Yeah, $84.99. Those hoops are normally almost $200. So, and they're all listed on the website, Anetta. And I need to call you today, Anetta. By the way, Alice, Jeannie was incredibly touched yesterday. That is very much appreciated. I was up front in the store as she was opening that, and she kept going, "Oh my God, this is so sweet." So, so regarding what hoops you should get all of them. They're not ever going to be cheaper than this. And so it's just a good idea to fill it in. The reality is Jeannie always uses the hoop size to the project. Like Jeannie's a miser when it comes to stabilizer, fabric, stuff like that. The more diverse your hoop portfolio is, the less you waste that stuff. So when people call and go, what should I get? Get them all if you can do it. If you can't get them all, go big. So when you're talking hoop sizes, there's 10.5 by 16, 10.5 by 10.5, 9.5 by 14, 9.5 by 9.5, 8 by 12, 8 by 8, 7 by 12, 6 by 10, 6 by 6, 5 by 7, and down. So if you can't get all of them, I think Jeannie would probably tell you to get the largest that you don't have. So if you've got, the 10.5 by 16, but you don't have the 9 by 9, get the 9 by 9, and then probably the 8 by 12, and then the 6 by 10. And the reason for that is the 8 by 12 and the 6 by 10 are very generously sized hoops when it comes to Kimberbell, OESD, and those kind of projects. So, and Secretary Mundy, thank you so much. And yes, there is a drop down in that hoop sale. It lists all the hoops at their prices. Next, let's talk about order fulfillment. Yes, thank you for whoever put that. If that is Christine, thank you very much. So order fulfillment. Jeannie and I so this flash sale we did with the closeout items has been incredibly popular, like well over 200 plus orders. My guess is this hoop sale is going to be very popular. Oh, Jeannie, you're on. Did you get on your American flight? So there's Jeannie. Jeannie is on. So I think I need the 8 by 8. Go ahead and buy it online. We will fulfill it. I have 8 by 8s. So Jeannie and I will talk after the live stream to figure out how we're managing her stuff. Oh my God. Okay. Well, so we should discuss that too. I always forget there's a little bit of a lag, but not with the chat. So, there have been a phenomenal amount of orders. We have shipped out, and I haven't looked this week, but my guess is we've probably shipped somewhere between 70 to 80 packages this week. Meaning we don't have additional 8 by 8s. So Jeannie, this is all I'm going to say. If you're going to drive, call the kids, have them pick you up, start now. And that way you can take your time. So, regarding orders, maybe I could fly down Monday and drive home with you. So regarding orders, yes, anything sub 6 by 10 will work with your brother NQ 1600E for the Solaris 6 by 10. It is likely there. It might not say Solaris 6 by 10, but these are all slide on hoops, so they will work. 1600 takes the 4x4, 5x7, and 6x10. Yes. So, we are incredibly backlogged with orders. the crazy thing is I have we've been shipping Oh So Delightful. Those were orders from late September. Those order numbers were like 7,500 through 7,700. We are almost at 9,000. So orders have been crazy. Like we've shipped well over 1,000 items. I think it's pushing 1,500 items since September. The last couple of days, orders have been nuts. The closeout sale was hugely successful. The hoop sale has been successful so far. We are going to have a couple of weeks where it takes us to dig out from this. We'll work very hard to fulfill your orders. Please just be patient with us. Jeannie's obviously not in the store today and tomorrow. We are going to be slightly short-handed as far as the inbound calls. I'll have somebody here to help me, some extra help as far as inbound calls, but not a great couple of days to call the store. Send an email or whatever and send them to me or the store email. Give Jeannie a break. Jeannie's going to go, no, don't do that, but do that. It's stressful enough for Jeannie to not be in her little world back here anyways. So regarding Oh So Delightful, Jeannie's saying Oh So Delightful should be fulfilled next week. I think they've sent us 28. Stuff is trickling in. I'm a little concerned about the weather. This happened to us in early January and in December. Like we had days where we were coming in to get stuff in December, but with the storms in December, product was not coming over the hill. Everything showed up. I mean, anybody who's been in the store has seen from the third week of January on, stuff just started to show up like crazy. And, we just had boxes everywhere. So, orders, etc., that we're expecting may be delayed if trucks aren't making it over the hill between now and next Wednesday. Like, it's crazy what they're talking about the weather. Remember a couple of days ago when the weather guys were like, yeah, this storm's not that big of a deal. It doesn't look like it's really going to hit us. We think it's going to be to our north. And now it's dumping snow in LA. So, 80's closed. Trucks don't come over the hill. A lot of trucks don't come over the hill when there are chain requirements. If it's not carrying food, gasoline, or power supplies, normally it sits in a warehouse in the Central Valley, and then it comes up. So, so that's that. I think that is 80's closed, but you don't drive 80, Jeannie. If you're driving south, you would be driving 93 and 95. And from experience of driving that road, you'll deal with weather on the way to Tonopah, and then it will be sporadic between Tonopah and Beatty, and then there will be nothing south of Beatty but wind and potentially rain. So some of the hoops have positioning stickers. There's no real price difference between the hoops with positioning stickers and the hoops without. So when we've been purchasing hoops, unless there's a material difference in the price of the hoops, we buy the hoops with the positioning stickers. For whatever reason, they don't make all the hoops with the positioning stickers. So when we buy the hoops, we buy them with the position stickers, and that way we are supporting our gals that have like I said, it's immaterial And with our discounts, you're still getting a great deal on the hoop, and they're well below the retail. So we've been buying the hoops with the positioning stickers in order to support our customers with the app-driven machines. You know, that's why you're seeing the positioning stickers there. They will work on your... Oh, wow. Okay. I did not realize that. So there are price differences, and they're up with the price differences. See, these are the things that Jeannie does that I would not have done. I would have gone, it's $10, whatever. Still below retail. So, yeah. So hoop sale, you've got until Sunday. Take advantage of it. If you can do it, get as many of them as you can. They're not going to be this inexpensive again. And my guess is once Brother catches up to their backlog, we're not going to see these kind of deals either. So get them now. I literally in December, I'm like, they're never going to be this price again. Well, they're this price again. And so regarding playbooks, I did ask yesterday about playbooks. I'm like, brother, you're promoting the playbooks. You're saying that you're shipping the playbooks. Where are my playbooks? Well, they were shipping playbooks, and I think my brother rep told me yesterday to expect I'm just looking to see if they did actually ship. They have shipped me 10 of my ordered playbooks. So those are coming. They have actually left the warehouse. Now those shipped from Tennessee. They shipped on the 22nd. So they are coming. I would, given the weather all over the country, I would expect them maybe to take a little bit longer than a week. Under what subtopic do we find the sale? I believe the sale is most likely under promotions. Let's see here. Where is Google Chrome? And earlier in the chat, I believe Secretary Mundy had put them. But let's see. Cancel. Let's try this one more time. Oh, you got to be kidding. Let's get rid of window capture and let's try to do this again. And see if we can show you where to find it. Add source, window capture, Google Chrome. Okay. Let's move this like so. And A1 Reno, vacandso.net. Promotions. I don't know if you can see all that. Let's see. Oops, you didn't even see that. Hang on one sec here. And we got to resize our window here a little bit. Hang on. There. That should work better. I don't know what just happened there. Okay. So, promotions. Come up here and where is the sale? Hoop sale. Let's see. Actually, don't go to promotions. In the search window, type hoop sale, and you will find the hoops. You will see there. Click that, and you have the drop-down menu with all the hoops available in the sale. Any hoop starting with, why is that? Did that not show the drop-down? Oh, so it's not showing the drop-down menu here. But any hoop that shows in the drop-down menu, that shows any hoop in the drop-down menu that shows, hang on, let me get rid of this and fix this. Any hoops that show up in the drop-down menu with the first two letters PR, those are multi-needle frames. So yes, go to search, look up hoop sale, and it will be listed as special hoop sale. I think the reason that we did that is most of those hoops are at prices below what we are supposed to advertise. I was just reading Jeannie's note while I was doing that. But yeah, most of those products are below what we are contracted to advertise. So anyways, much ado about sales, etc. Okay, it's 10:12. I got to get to work. Let's talk giveaway. So I'm going to have a very special giveaway for you guys on Tuesday. What is it? You got to log in to find out. You don't even need to comment. Actually, here's an appropriate question. You do need to comment. We're going to have 2 items. They're going to be great. You guys have seen our giveaways lately. They're big. Couple things. If you're new to the live stream, every Friday we do a giveaway. We ask a question. The question has to be answered in the comments, which will appear down here at the end of the live stream. The thing that you see over here, that is the chat. You cannot answer the comment in the chat. You need to wait for the live stream to end to answer in the comments down below. If you're new to the live stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and like it. That'll all be down here. Subscribe and hit your bell icon. That way, when we go live, when we do our sew-alongs, when we do all that stuff, you will basically find that out. You'll be notified and you can watch if you want. You don't have to watch if you don't want. Normally, we use a random comment picker, picks the comments that appear down here. And you have to answer a question. So the question today, and unfortunately, it only appears, this only appeals to our embroidery gals. So if you're a quilting person that doesn't embroider, just make something up or say, I don't use hoops. That'll count. But what is your favorite hoop size? That is the question today. What is your favorite hoop size and why? So on Tuesday, I'll have 2 very generous gifts. If you're out of town, you can still win those. You pay the actual shipping for the items. And you need to answer the comments that appear down here after the live feed ends. So remember, don't answer in the comments or in the chat over here. Answer in the comments down here after I say goodbye. Have a wonderful day. If you're out and about, drive safe. Enjoy the snow. I will this weekend, I hope. And we will see you.